Welcome to Destination Central. I'm Bailey Bettis. Today we're in Hamilton at the Waikato Health and Disability Expo here at the Claudelands Event Centre. We're going to go inside and talk to some incredible people and find out what they're showcasing here at the Expo. So Phil, who is Free FM? Used to be Community Radio Hamilton. What happened?
Well, big news for the history of the station. We were allocated the 89 FM frequency, which had been sitting unused for quite some time after the previous users, their licence had expired. So an allocation process happened. We were very, very lucky to receive the use of that frequency, or permission to use it. So massive project to raise funds to be able to use that, buy the equipment we needed, and we used that as an opportunity to rename and relaunch the station on 1st of August this year.
Fantastic. And now obviously because you have a much larger audience, does this change your local content at all?
Doesn't change what we do. You're right, our signal now reaches the greater Waikato region, in fact to the top of the Kaimais, way down past Tokoroa, even up into parts of Auckland, so that's very exciting for us to finally be on FM with good quality, reach a much bigger audience, much more relevant being on FM rather than AM, but we're still funded to do the same job, which is to have local people come into the station and make radio. So it's about real people, the public, coming in and making shows about what they want to make radio about.
So Free FM is more than just radio, you're online as well?
Yeah, absolutely. People now want to listen to radio in lots of ways. So we've been live streaming via the internet for probably 4 years now, I think, maybe even 5 years, but also podcasting our radio shows. Now that's a really important thing for radio these days, especially the type of radio we do, where it's in 15 different languages and lots of different topics. We've got listeners from all around the world tuning in, giving us feedback on our shows. So yeah, we have that big regional audience, but we also have an international audience, and that's really exciting. We also live stream to smartphone devices. That was an innovation we brought in last year, and soon we'll have our own app as well.
Fantastic. So where to from here?
Well, more of the same. I mean, we're very clear about what our job is, and that is to run a station where the community come and talk about the issues that face them, particularly people like migrant communities, health and disability sector. It's about those organisations and those individuals coming and making content, talking to their audiences. So that's our job. The 89 FM frequency and the bigger coverage means we can do it better because they can reach more people. Each group that uses us can reach more people for their show, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that bigger listenership will result in more participation in the station, and that's what our success is measured on.
Great. Now, obviously with those audiences there, talking about the health and disability sector there, Free FM are quite highly involved in the Waikato Health and Disability Expo.
Yep.
Can you tell me what that involvement is?
Well, we're one of the key sponsors of the event, and that started a few years ago when we thought, well, as our station grew, we thought, well, who are the people that are using us? Who are the sectors that really contribute to the radio station? Health and disability sector is one. So we came on board as a sponsor, so a media partner doing promotion. But also through that, I was then selected to become a trustee of the organisation that runs the Expo. So that solidified that relationship. We're really happy to be here. It's great to be involved. And through that as well, it's opportunity for people to see us, to know who we are, and know that they can come and use us, which again goes back to that fundamental of what access radio is about.
Yeah, so that's obviously why Free FM is involved. For that, like you said, getting involved in the health and disability sector, which is great, and getting that audience, but also helping them out.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're a place where organisations or individuals within the sector can come and talk about their issues, yeah.
Great. How can we find out more about Free FM?
freefm.org.nz, that's the place, or our Facebook actually, that's where most of the information is. So facebook.com/freefm89, and lots of stuff going on there, so give us a like. That's how to keep up with what we're doing.
And obviously tune in to 89
FM, yeah, 89.0 across the Waikato region, yeah.
Great. Thanks so much, Phil.
Thank you.
Hamish, who are Excite Management and what do you do?
Excite's an event and logistical operations management company. We manage events throughout the country. We manage road shows throughout New Zealand. We take exhibitors to exhibitions and events and expos throughout New Zealand, and this just happens to be one of them here in Hamilton.
So Excite Management then isn't just events, it's there's a lot more involved in that. Can you tell me more?
Yeah, we do. We specialise in, I guess, operations and logistics. That's our forte, that's what we do best, and that's what I've been doing for 15 odd years now. So taking events like this Health and Disability Expo to Hamilton and the community, and so we look after the groundwork. We do all the work on the ground at the event centres or the venues or the exhibition sites where we need to be.
So it's a very hands-on role then. You do right from building the sites up to the logistics.
Yeah, it is. So we started planning for this about 5 weeks ago, really, I guess, and so I designed the layout of the venue and the sites within the venue. We design all the power requirements, and we design all the audio-visual. We design all the cafeterias that we're sitting in now, and so that's our forte. And then we get in and manage the exhibitors as they arrive and build their sites, and then help them throughout the show and solve any problems as required. And then we pull it all down and go on to the next one. Yeah.
So what's the background of Excite management? How did it all begin?
Excite was developed back in 1997, I suppose. We were asked by a company to help them organise their marquee at field days and perhaps their signage and maybe a bit of their landscaping, and it's taken off from there. So 15 years, we're now throughout New Zealand. We travel all over the country with various road shows and various clients. I guess we're primarily agricultural based because that's where we started, and that's where a lot of our clients come from. But at the end of the day, I'll do anything. We love our job, we love our events, we love getting out and around the various different venues in New Zealand, and it's a great job. It's a great industry to be in.
What's your involvement with the Waikato Health and Disability Expo? You manage this event.
In conjunction with the organising committee, so the Health and Disability Expo Trust appointed me to contract to manage the operations and logistics here at the event centre, and alongside the rest of the organisational team, the Knowles and the Geraldines, we put the event together. They all bugger off at 3 o'clock, and I'm stuck here to pull it all down and make sure it all goes back to a clean venue.
So that's your role here today then, make sure everything runs smoothly? That's
exactly what we do, yep. Make sure the PA systems are working, make sure the air conditioning's working, make sure that the rubbish is collected and the presenters are all in place when they should be, and just making sure the whole thing runs nice and smoothly so the exhibitors and the visitors get the most out of the expo.
So if someone wants to do party hire, marquee hire, or find someone to help them with their event or manage their event, how can we get in touch with you?
The best bet's probably Google. I mean, we're based in Hamilton. We've got an office in Tristram Street in Hamilton, and we run a couple of businesses out of there. One of which is Excite. The other is our marquee and party hire business. I'll get a little plug for that while I'm here. And we tend to travel throughout the country, but most of our work's done by email.
So you also do marquee and party hire. Can you tell me more about that?
Back in 2010 we bought Kenwood Hire Services. It was a family-owned business up in Auckland, and Excite happened to be their biggest customer, and Kenwood happened to be Excite's biggest supplier. So when they decided they wanted to sell, they offered us the opportunity. We bought that and we moved it down here to Hamilton, and now we operate Hamilton's second biggest marquee and party hire business out of Tristram Street, where we also have our offices for Excite.
So if someone wants to do party hire or marquee hire, same place, get in touch with Excite?
Excite or Kenwood Hire Services. It's in Google again, and yeah, we specialise in events, but we also do a lot of domestic, what we call domestic events, being weddings, parties, functions, 21st, corporate functions, pretty much anything that you might need some hired equipment at.
Thanks a lot, Hamish.
Hey, no problem, thank you.
What is Bupa Care?
Bupa Care Services is British United Provident Association and started in 1947 initially as medical insurance in the UK, and that was set up as an alternative to their national health system. They have gone into aged care and for numerous years now, and so aged care is their core business now.
So which area do you specialise in? What's your involvement?
My role is Community Liaison Manager for Midland. So that involves liaising between care homes and the DHBs, so the hospital environment, and the community, and raising the awareness of Bupa, doing things like I'm doing today, as well as numerous things that I do within care homes. It might be training staff on first impressions. So I do quite a varied role.
So who is Bupa Care specifically for?
It's for 65 plus really, although we do have an under 65 contract, but essentially it is a 65 plus and aged care. So we go from our medical alarms, a continuum of care which is quite unique to anywhere else, medical alarms and safe at home products that keep people safe and secure. That is focused not just on aged care there, that is more of a health thing, so depending on what people need, and we can suit their needs. Then of course we have our retirement villages, and that's a 65 plus thing really. The average would be around 75 and older that go into retirement villages, and then our care homes, and so we go from normal rest home through to hospital, and then dementia care is what we also specialise in.
What support or service do you offer your clients and residents?
Well, we have a really comprehensive training program for staff through Career Force within all of our facilities. So we also have lots of support from UK. There's lots of policies and procedures and all that sort of stuff. And it's lots of family involvement so that we can support all our residents or clients, again dependent on their needs. So just being there where we can and becoming a focus in the community so that they know that we're there to support them in every step of their journey through the ageing.
Why the presence here at the Waikato Health and Disability Expo?
Well, Bupa is not always that well known. We'd like to get the name out there even more, and for people to realise that there is that continuum of care. A lot of people think, well, Bupa or Buppa, as a lot of people will say, Bupa, who are we, what do we do? And unless we come to expos like this and give the information to people, they don't know we exist. They don't know that we have this variety of care that we can provide for numerous types of people, for different types of people's needs and different health needs. And so, I mean, as you've seen in the expo here this weekend, there's such a variety of needs available to folk, and we fit into so many of those different categories. So yeah, we just want people to be aware. Yeah.
And it's giving that opportunity to have that one-on-one as well, isn't it?
Absolutely, yes. And they can talk to us about any part of that ageing journey. When we have the field officer Maxine here for the Hamilton area, she can talk to them very, very well about those areas. Judy is a village manager from Tararoo over in Thames, so obviously can talk villages. And of course I have the care home side of things. So again, just providing that continuum and information, and personal one-to-one.
Now you're also a sponsor. Can you tell me more about that and your involvement?
Yes, we thought it would be a great way to help keep the event going. I mean, obviously it serves a huge purpose here, providing information which is invaluable to the community, and also providing that information to the carers for a lot of folk with disabilities and health issues. So we could see that we had a valuable place to play within this environment. So that's really what why we decided to sponsor.
How can we find out more about Bupa Care?
You can call the 0800 number, which is 0800 60 80 99, or go onto the Bupa website, which is www.bupa.co.nz, and ask any questions they like, and they'll put you in the right direction to answer somebody will answer the questions you need.
Thanks so much, Sharon.
You're welcome. Thank you.
What is CapTel?
CapTel is a phone that's been designed so that you get both the voice and also the text on screen, and it's an assistive device used to have people who have a hearing impairment or a hearing loss communicating again by the phone.
How does it all work?
It essentially works very simply. You have two key elements required. One is a standard analog phone line that plugs into the phone, works just like any other standard phone. The other piece is a broadband connection. The voice transfers via the phone line, and then the text gets transferred via the broadband line. You can have an Ethernet cable, or you can do it wirelessly. It works both ways.
Now that all sounds very technical and a bit crazy for some probably. Is it hard? Is there an easy install process?
Absolutely, very easy to install. When the phones are delivered, the service goes live on the 1st of March 2013. The phones will be delivered approximately 4 weeks before that date. They unravel the phone out of the box. There's only three cables to deal with: the power, the phone line, the broadband. They connect it to their router, or they do it wirelessly. They connect the phone line to their phone line and the power to a power socket. They charge it up, and then the on-screen menu will walk them through the setup process. So it looks complex, but actually it's very, very easy to set up.
Now, we were also talking before, I was watching the little display working. It changes font, colour.
Absolutely, which is fantastic. So it's got 4 different font sizes. So depending on someone's visual impairment or degree to which they can read fine text, you can change it to be bigger, which is great. Also has different colours. So people with mixed sensory disability, perhaps a sight and a hearing disability, they can make it blue, they can make it red, black of course, which is generally for most of us really useful. So it's adaptive to suit individual needs, which we think is really good.
So when will this be available in the market and ready for order?
Very good question. So registrations are taken now, absolutely, and payments are accepted. But the phone service doesn't go live in New Zealand until the 1st of March 2013, so very early next year. And if you do register and pay, then the phones are delivered to you, as I briefly mentioned earlier, in early February, to give you time to get used to it, to set it up, to feel comfortable before the service starts operating in full. And the beautiful thing is, the service will go on forever. It's permanently guaranteed, which is a really good thing.
So why the presence here at the Waikato Health and Disability Expo?
Well, this is one of the main regional expos in New Zealand. Noel and Geraldine have done a fantastic job over the years, and it's critical that we get out there to service the public, such as these opportunities create, but also it's the other benefit is networking with like minds, with other disability providers. And so we're sharing this information with them, and then they go back to their networks and disseminate that, and then that sort of amplifies the understanding of the product, and then hopefully through that more opt-in. So this is a really key event for us to be at, and we're really grateful to be here.
How can we find out more about CapTel? 2
really simple steps. 1, they can call an 0800 number that will take them directly to CapTel New Zealand. That's 0800 227 835. They can also call me on our 0800 number at the National Foundation for the Deaf, and our 0800 number is 0800 867 446, and my extension is 709.
And a website as well that we can go to?
Absolutely, www.captel.co.nz.
Great, thanks a lot, Adam.
Thank you.
Rosemary, who are Life Unlimited?
Life Unlimited is actually a charitable trust that was set up here in the Waikato over 32 years ago to focus on people's issues for people in the community with disabilities.
Your role in particular, what are you involved in with Life Unlimited?
I was fortunate enough to be brought on board about 2.5 years ago as the retail manager to bring a more modern spin to our retail arm of our organisation, because there was a greater need in the community for people to have assistive equipment to continue to live independently in their own homes for as long as possible, and that's really what we focus on, is that living independence for everyone, which is what Life stands for.
Now, your store, so you're in charge of your Life Unlimited store?
Yes, I'm in charge of the retail for 4 stores actually. We're in Rotorua on Lake Road. We have a beautiful new site down there. We've been open for about 18 months now, and it's doing very well. And we've just recently relocated our Gisborne business to 100 square metres of retail space on Wainui Road, which is a high profile site, and we also have a presence in Tauranga.
What services or products do you offer in these stores?
We offer a free, independent, impartial, I probably should say is a key word for our information arm of our business. We're totally impartial. We help people navigate the health system or their health issues. And for the equipment side, we just have this incredible range of equipment now on offer, and we have a very strong hire equipment range as well. So everything from wheelchairs through to crutches.
Life Unlimited, they're more than just a store. Can you tell me what else Life Unlimited do?
Bailey, as part of our charitable trust, focus on the disability community, we offer programs for young adults with disability, such as positive action courses. There's a social club, and we have some amazing evenings. They meet once a month. And then we have a Marae-based program as well, and they're all for young people or adults with disability.
What are the Life Unlimited values, and how do you act these out?
We're all about accountability, integrity and excellence. And when we help people navigate the health system, we have to be very impartial and just give them avenues and opportunities to go down. We don't tell people what to do, we just advise where they might be able to find the information or services that they require.
So why the presence here of Life Unlimited at the Waikato Health and Disability Expo?
We see this forum as giving us an opportunity to reach the wider public, which is what we're all about.
Life Unlimited are sponsors here at the Expo. Can you tell me more about that involvement?
Yes, we sponsored the awards this morning, the Breakfast Awards.
How can we find out more about Life Unlimited?
Very easily. Just either visit any of our 4 sites, and that's in Gisborne, Tauranga, Rotorua, or here in Hamilton, and you can easily access us online. We also have an amazing online store now, so we've become very modern.
Great. And sorry, what was that website again?
www.lifeunlimited.net.nz.
Great, thank you so much.
Thank you, Bailey.
We're here meeting up with Brian Byrne to present him with his Father's Day prize pack. Congratulations, Brian.
Thank you very much.
There you go.
Fantastic. I'd just like to thank the sponsors and Central TV, and thanks very much.
So if you want to see how to win more prizes, then make sure to keep watching Destination Central here on TV Central. For a great night out, you can check out New Zealand International Film Festival at the Rialto at Tauranga Cinemas. The historic Athenry Homestead is holding the Night of the Ploughman. For more information, go to their website. For all your information on home and leisure, make sure to check out the Tauranga Home and Leisure Expo at the Tech Arena at Mount Maunganui. Bring a gold coin donation and check out some great classic cars at the Aroha Cruisin'. A great family day out for everyone. 1 in 5 people are affected by some form of disability. That's why you can see it's events like these that are so important to help support those people and their families. Thanks to all the people who made Waikato Health and Disability Expo possible. We'll see you next time.
This has been an Alpha Media production, a division of Television Media Group.